Jeannie Becker and Sheila Cameron files a special report for Fashion Notes.
As a model, you never meet your audience. You work with 6 people, and you go home, and it's like very nice, and 3 months later, you see the picture in a magazine. But at this, I get to see the people, like there's like, you know, already 20 girls standing out there, and they've got pictures, and I get to meet the people who follow my career and who are like my fans, so it's fun.
Thank you so much. There you go. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.
This really is a business of creating illusions, and I'm sure nobody knows that better than you. But how do you feel about that, propagating these myths about beauty that aren't necessarily true a lot of the time?
One of the most damaging illusions, in a way, is the sort of flawless perfection. You know, I think that people see a magazine cover, and they expect me to look like that, and they expect that they should be able to look, oh, you know, why don't I? The thing is, I don't look like that in the morning, you know? I have the best hair, the best makeup, the best photographers retouching, the best clothes, like 20 people concentrating on me, making me look great. I think if every woman had that every morning, you know. But fashion is getting broader in the sense that, and the idea of beauty is really, to me, it's getting broader. Like more things are being accepted. You don't have to be blonde hair, blue-eyed, like anything interesting, exotic, body shapes even. I mean, 10 years ago, they were stick thin only.
That's true. More or less. I mean, and ideally, I'd love to, you know, say what you're saying is absolutely right.
It's starting.
Well, I know you're telling me that you don't always look this gorgeous. I find that hard to believe because I'm sitting here seeing you in the flesh, and boy, you really are a very beautiful woman. And you're 24 years old, and I mean, that's the kind of myth that's being propagated.
And I agree that there's that, unfortunately, women also, like, people take magazines literally, and they're not to be taken that way. Women have to learn that magazines just are throwing out ideas, and you just sort of take what, it's like you edit. You go, no, I sort of like that, and maybe that would feel good on me. But women need to have the confidence in themselves. But, and I talked about this before, we're never taught how to dress, how to put makeup on, how to put our hair, but we're expected to know how to do all that.
So many people, when they talk about you, say, oh, you know, and she's really smart, too. She studied or intended to study chemical engineering. Does that sort of bother you in a way that people are surprised that you may have a brain?
I think that if I can do anything to sort of dismiss the legendary thing about models is they have no brain, then I'm happy to do that. The thing is it's true that models are not as educated as other people. But just because at 16 you were pulled out of school, and myself not. I went to 1 year of college, which 1 year is nothing really. But we haven't had the chance to get the education. It's not that we're not as smart, we're just not as educated.
Besides her work with JH Collectibles, which includes being involved on the conceptual level of their design and marketing, Crawford has a very lucrative contract with Revlon. Besides that, her top-dollar modeling assignments and recent work on an MTV series about fun and fashion, the hard-working model is cleaning up.
I've been lucky enough to sort of get my 15 minutes of fame, which, you know, a lot of people never get, so they always have to work. And I feel really lucky. It's like I got that out of the way. So now if I want to go and have babies and live in the country, I've got it already. I don't have to do it again.
Welcome to Schiffer to Toronto. Hello, good evening. I'm very happy to see you. You can describe as one of the most beautiful women in the world.
If you were a model or an actress or a singer, I was the same thing. If somebody new comes on the market, I always compare them with people from the past.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Claudia, did you ever stop and think about what's happened since that night in Düsseldorf?
Yeah, I think about it all the time because it was a pretty weird thing that happened to me, and it doesn't happen to everybody else. So I'm thinking about it a lot. Yeah.
Does it make you feel like somebody up there sort of waved a magic wand over your head? I mean, come on, there's a lot of girls that would just kill to be in your position.
I just think I had a lot of luck, you know, being discovered at one night. If I wouldn't have gone, I would be still in school now. And you know, it's just a matter of meeting the right people at the right time.
Good. Okay, we can move on.
Hey, beautiful girl, man. I'm the best. Who is that?
Yeah, hold guard.
How does it feel to be part of the public domain now? I mean, you're meeting all these strangers, people want to talk to you, they want you to sign autographs. Does that feel strange to have this sort of star status?
No, it didn't change me at all. I'm still the same person that I was before. But of course it's something different because I never had this kind of experience. And it's very nice. It's a great thing. I'm enjoying it any second, every second of it.
Thank you very much, Claudia.
You have read that people say that you can't walk, right? Which is and I don't mean to be sort of
No, it's true.
impolite, because it's a silly thing to say about somebody,
No.
a person that's got legs who can walk. But when fashion people say you can't walk, how do you feel?
Oh, I'm absolutely okay with that because I'm not a runway model at all. I'm definitely not a runway model, so I did this only for fun.
Right.
And I was just doing the way how I walk myself.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah. Have an Please welcome, yes, Supermodels.
Where's the model going up with her?
Claudia.
You got the marker pen?
Schiffer.
I noticed in the most recent Guess ads, there's this new dark-haired model. Now,
I can't do Guess my whole life. Can't do it my whole life, so.
do you feel like it's time to move on, or?
Yeah, definitely. And I never had a contract with them, so it was very easy to just move on and do other things because, you know, for a model, it's always very nice if you're able to do lots of other things. You're not obliged to do only one certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Not stereotyped.
Guess was one thing. Guessing is one thing that I did for a while, and now I'm going to move on to another thing.
Linda did not make it overnight. She worked for a long time to establish where she is today. She'd already done a lot of covers, and so her haircut wasn't what really made her. She was already a good professional model.
We do whatever we can to change our dates and cancel our shows to be here because it is Azadine.
This is the show we find get the most pleasure out of. We all love Azadine. This is Azadine.
It's unbelievable. I just cannot believe that it's her up there. And she enjoys it. You could tell, you know, she's enjoying it.
The small Canadian city where Linda Evangelista grew up may be a far cry from the world's capitals that she now lives and works in. But it's where she returns regularly to visit her parents, and also where she returned to get married 3 years ago.
Ever since she was a little girl, people would say, God, she looks like a model. And then as she was growing up in the height, you know, oh, Linda, you should be a model. No matter where she went for a job, she always called me when she got there. I really felt like I was with her at all times.
I try to spend time in Paris. It doesn't, I mean, this is my home, this is where my husband is, but I'm not here very often. If I spend a week, a month here, that's a good month. I remember when I started, I used to fly economy class all the time and zip back and forth. I'd run back here for a weekend. It was fine. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm spoiled. I fly the Concorde back and forth, and it takes me a week to recuperate. I used to cope with jet lag. I can't anymore.
Probably.
I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay, so if you just do a little Yui, she'll be waiting.
Evangelista's $10,000 or more day started early in the morning and was still going strong when we left her at 9 that night. Her first job was a runway show for the new spring collection from Chanel, where she's currently the house favorite. Evidence of Evangelista's new prominence came later when she opened and closed the show instead of last season's star attraction, Claudia Schiffer.
She brings a lot to the collection, the spirit and the way of behaving now in fashion. She's really the star of the models.
She has a look that we call métissage. She looks not was, not Latin. She looks international.
I'm going to do my own makeup, like I always do. I'll just find out what the look is. After watching people do your face for 6 years, you kind of take the best of their tricks, but I'll never be as good as them. But I have learned a lot. Do you remember you took one?
Yes, one by one. This is one by one.
Is that how you do it?
Yes.
That's
You
a
will
hairy
see, you will
one.
see.
It's like choosing a car. They're all different. Right?
Yeah, right.
Surgery.
Yeah. Voila.
Voila. Did you? Merci.
Linda, when she was young, she was very, very, very beautiful, but she was even so beautiful that her beauty was lost on the runway. Now she is really a strong personality, and I think she is becoming better and better every season, and she is a real personality. Huh? I said very mean things about you. Huh? Really mean, huh? How horrible you are to work with and all that, huh? How unpleasant, always in a bad mood, huh? Always in a bad mood, huh?
That's it. Stop.
But she is always still giving, lots of energy, and what you can do with another girl in 3 days, with Linda you can do it in a day.
Oh, there he is. Ah, good.
Evangelista's celebrity status lets her get away with a bit more than others. Her decision later in the day to go blonde for a photo shoot could prove riskier for a model with less clout.
The eyes will look like, with no lashes, nothing.
I don't think you need. Just eyeliner is fine.
Can you tell me what it is to be a blonde?
I haven't gotten a reaction yet.
She's still in shock.
That's insulting.
And I couldn't go all the way the first time.
No reaction.
Besides from you guys.
Well.
Real people.
Excuse me?
On the street. I want to see if they start doing this. You know, if they start copying it, that they like it. The resurrection. If you change your look, you stick around a little more. My look's been changing over the last 6 years, but I think my trick works. Since I have been here for 6 years, I've seen a lot of girls come and go. Many, 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 many. But one day will come when it's over.
Does that bother you?
No, I got what I wanted.